Titans Season 3 is currently set to start production this fall and will presumably debut sometime next year. But one of the characters that we know for sure will be returning for Season 3 is Curran Walter's Jason Todd. And when it comes to this character, there has been a lot of setup for him to become the Red Hood, which is basically the character's big storyline in the comics. But now, according to a new report from Full Circle Cinema, I will leave the link to the article down in the description below so you can check it out for yourself. But basically, they're saying that Red Hood is happening in Season 3, and then it's been confirmed and everything. So, I don't know how reliable this is, but let's just go with it. Let's pretend that this actually is happening, because it may actually be happening. Now, is this a good idea? Probably not. I think it's a bit soon to do this, because yes, there has been some setup for him to become the Red Hood, and it actually would have been perfect in Season 2 for him to get killed off, because there were so many moments in that season where it seemed like he was going to die. Like, there were multiple occasions in that time when he was kidnapped by Deathstroke, and then when he fell off the building. Like, if he just died during one of those parts, then we'd probably feel more comfortable about him becoming the Red Hood in Season 3, because there would be more time between him dying and becoming the Red Hood. But where we ended Season 2, Jason Todd is still very much alive, and he's just not part of the Titans anymore, and he just went off on his own. So if they're going to go down the Red Hood storyline, and they're going to have him become Red Hood in Season 3, and they really want to do this, I have come up with a couple of ways that they could do this. So number one is, obviously, they just go the straight-up comic accurate route, and they have him somehow get murdered by the Joker, who we know exists in this universe, and then he gets brought back to life with the Lazarus Pit and everything, and then he becomes the Red Hood. Now, they could do that, but I doubt they will, because first of all, I don't think they can have the Joker as an actual physical character on the show, other than how much we saw of him in that season finale of Season 1. But they can still do it that way, kinda. But it's not very likely, especially, like, you kill him off at the beginning of the season, and then you bring him back to life a couple episodes later. You just can't do that. It's not right. But then another reason, if they really want to do this, that I think could work, is because at the end of Season 2, he left the Titans, and he kind of just drove off on his motorcycle. He left Bruce Wayne and everything. So maybe he'll decide to just drop the Robin mantle and become the Red Hood, which would work, because he is already very violent. But I don't know if he's straight up murderous. Like, I don't know if he's as violent as the Red Hood is, because the Lazarus Pit does things to you when it brings you back to life, and that's why he starts murdering people. So I don't know if that would work either, but the way I think would work the best, if they really want to have him become the Red Hood in this season, is to have him die at the very beginning of the season somehow, and then have him only show up as the Red Hood in like maybe one scene, have it be the post-credit scene for Season 3, or have him show up at some point in the final episode and just have a bit of a teaser that, you know, Jason Todd is alive and he's the Red Hood now, and then just follow that up in Season 4, because you can't kill him off, bring him back to life, and do all of that in one season, because that would just be super rushed. Although that is kind of how Titans does things, because they have so many characters on the show, and all of their storylines are super rushed because there are so many characters. So I don't know how they're going to do a Red Hood storyline, like a full-on Red Hood storyline, while also having to do with Corey and her sister Blackfire, Superboy, and him, joining the Titans and learning more about his powers, whatever else is going on in the season. So they already have enough to deal with, so I think if they really want to do this in Season 3, the best way to do it is just kill him off at the beginning of the season, and then have the Red Hood tease at the very end. And then that would actually be better, because one of the biggest complaints about this show is that there's so many characters. So if you kill him off and then he's not there for the whole season, then that's just one less character you have to deal with developing their stories. So this could work out for them pretty well, and I think if they go that route and then we have the Red Hood in season 4, that would be a little bit better. And because it just gives you some time to breathe and digest that, he's dead. But then it turns out he's not. So yeah, that's how I think they can make this work. But let me know down in the comments below, how do you think this will work, and are you excited to see the Red Hood on Titans? Because I know I'm excited to see Red Hood, I just want them to do it right. So thanks so much for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and hit the subscribe button so I can keep you up to date on everything that goes on in the DC life.